don't know, and I'm going to take the fine. Because the refs did not give us no calls tonight. We had to play through every bump, every grab. I don't know how we won tonight.
There's contact. Was it marginal or was it illegal?
Episode 11, Marginal Contact Podcast. Let's go. The podcast that's growing so fast, it probably already has more viewers than All Elite Wrestling Dynamite on Wednesdays. Yeah, Tony Khan, talking to you. You're a loser, but that's not what we're going to start with. That's, my little subtle shot.
That was a whole...
Not so subtle
I don't
shot.
know where the fuck that came from.
I hate AEW wrestling. WWE only. Plus, it's trash.
Hey.
It's absolute trash, and the ratings keep going down. They're probably not going to get a new TV deal. But we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Last episode, we could not have been higher on our T-Wolves being up 2-0 on the Nuggets, coming home for the next two games.
Bro, it was on that peer shit the past two games before.
But how fast things can change. And in no way, shape, or form, we said Wolves in 6. That is still on the table. I still think it's going to happen. But yikes. The game 3 Friday night, never in my life, even compared to round 1, before the game even started, loudest every game I go to, I say it's the loudest I've ever heard. And it's true, because it just keeps getting louder. And that lasted for about 6 minutes into the game, because then the Nuggets, what the Wolves did to the Nuggets game 2 in Denver, beat the brakes off of them, made them look like they didn't belong on the same court.
Facts.
Role reversal in like complete 180-degree fashion. The Nuggets just beat the hell out of the Timberwolves on Friday. But you know what?
I knew that was going to happen.
We weren't going to sweep them. They're the defending champs for a reason. They have the 3-time MVP, 3-time in 4 years MVP in Jokic. Jamal Murray woke up. Aaron Gordon woke up. And then in game 4, a lot closer, lot more. But yeah, Aaron Gordon, he's known. I mean, I think he's a really good player, and he's a perfect fit on that team.
He's the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah. Perfect fit on that team to play with Jokic and Murray.
That's big facts.
But he's known as their worst offensive player outside of the paint. He started that game 10 for 10, went 11 for 12, and is making threes like Steph Curry. It was an out-of-body experience.
How many times is that going to happen?
Never again. Never again. And you know what? The Wolves.
I like the way they guard him. If Denver's going to beat us, they need to beat us like that.
You can't guard him like that anymore. I bet his confidence is at an all-time high. Even McDaniels came out in the after shoot-around today. He's like, we got to stop disrespecting him. He's an NBA player. He can make shots. He goes, if people guarded me like that, I'd be pretty disrespected too. So I think, here's the thing. You can't double Jokic.
No, that's the recipe for a loss if we double on Jokic.
You know he's going to get his numbers.
Yes.
But guard him one-on-one.
Let him shoot.
Play defense like you did in game 1 and 2 on everybody else, and you're going to be fine. You're deeper. They're going to get tired. Jokic is who he is. He's just that good. So I feel if Ant and Jokic kind of go basket for basket almost, or make the same amount of plays each for their team, but our role players step up. If we play defense like we did in the first 2 games on them, we have the better roster.
It helps when you don't have Scott Foster on the court.
No, well, yeah. So game 3 Friday, Tony Brothers.
Oh my God, Tony Brothers he's the worst. Every Timberwolves game I watch or go to, and Tony Brothers is refereeing, we lose.
You wanted, and then so you said Scott Foster. He was the lead for game 4. Well. I'll give you one guess who's lead for game 5 tonight.
Tony Brothers.
No, the third. It's not either one of those. It's the third guy who's the biggest controversial prick in NBA.
Who are we talking about?
Ed Malloy.
Oh, Ed Malloy. But he likes the T-Wolves.
No, he does not.
Man, he's better than Scott Foster and Tony Foster when it comes to.
Okay, that's like saying getting punched in the face is better than getting punched in the dick. Neither one is good. Neither one is good.
It depends on how you punch, how hard you punch.
Well, they don't call me Charmin for nothing. Anyway, so we're tied 2-2 going back to Denver. You know what? This probably apologize for the little delay on the timing. Just due to both our schedules. This probably won't get posted till after Game 5. So, huge game in Denver tonight.
Oh my God.
I mean, I hope for one more game. the trend continues of the road team winning.
But I think we're going to 7. I think we're going to 7.
So do you think Denver wins tonight? We win here Thursday.
I think we win tonight. There's no way.
So then you think Denver's coming
back?
back?
Went what we say 5 for 18?
Well, okay, I'll give you this. The Timberwolves haven't lost 3 games in a row the entire season.
Whole season.
Whole season.
Cat went 5 for 18. Jaden McDaniels
did nothing.
Had 2 points.
Alexander Walker did nothing.
We
Conley,
had to count on Cat. I mean, not Cat. Ant and Conley. Conley did what he could for what he does.
He did okay, but even I feel like Denver's kind of neutralized him.
We missed 8 free throws at the team.
Yeah, and then
we
were
by
talking.
8 points.
So the
Nuggets
run out from mid first quarter to mid second quarter to I think the lead was up to 17 at
17,
one point.
yes, sir.
So with 30 seconds left in the second quarter, Ant goes off. We get it down to 7. Building's going nuts. And in the last 30 seconds, we give up a 3. We turn it over, which leads to a Denver dunk. And then Alexander Walker with 1.2 tries to throw the ball to someone on us, obviously.
It was McDaniels. McDaniels just stepped out of the way.
At half court, Jamal Murray catches it and has I hate to give him credit, but the prettiest half court shot I've ever seen in my life. As soon as he let that ball go,
everybody on the court knew it was
you could tell from the stands. I'm like, oh, that's it. Dude, that was pure. That didn't even
didn't touch rim, nothing.
Nope, that was straight down. That was a raindrop.
I think Jamal Murray goes back to his regular playoff form that he's been this year.
Well, I mean, I hope it's not versus Lakers for him because he killed them. I hope he plays like he did the first 2
last quarters.
I hope he goes back to games 1 and 2, Jamal Murray tonight. But
we played defense like
so it went from crowd going nuts, single digits down to 7, Ant going nuts in the span of 30 seconds to down 15. All the energy sucked out of the building. And every time they'd make a little mini run in the second half, Denver was hitting shots that 9 times out of 10, they're not going to hit again.
They shot 62%.
Against the best defense in the league.
62%.
And a lot of those, we played.
Gordon went 11 for 12.
A lot of those shots,
27 points,
were with playing amazing defense for 23 seconds out of 24 on the shot clock. Yeah. Then they know they have to shoot. They do some turnaround, fadeaway, baseline, and every time it went in. It was unreal. It was unreal. It was just no momentum.
But you see what Ant did at the end of the game.
He was talking shit. He goes,
he want that smoke. Yes, Ant want that smoke.
Yes, he does.
So and I love that for a player. We need him on a team.
That's why he is the best athlete. And as much as I love Garnett, Ant is already the best Bulls player ever. He's going to be the best player in the NBA
next year.
Very soon. And he will be the one. I don't know if it'll be this year. He will be the one to bring this franchise its first championship, bar none, guaranteed. Not a single doubt in my mind. But
you can't see fucking Denver second rounds ever again.
No, this should be the West Finals because
we cannot.
If you want to switch over for a minute, speaking of that, this should be the West Finals. The other 2 teams that are playing in the West, the winner of this series is going to demolish whoever that is because Oklahoma City and Dallas are both trash.
Facts.
That series tied 2-2. Each team's got 1 home, 1 road win on the other team's floor, obviously.
2-2,
and 2-2 going back to Oklahoma City for Game 5.
Luka was trash last night.
Yeah, and the
dumpster fire.
And the whistle that they give, I think he's the most unwatchable player in the NBA.
He's Embiid number 2.
I don't think he's good because of the way he fouled. Like, there was a fast break last night where I'm not talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I know I've said this before.
We knew who you were talking about, B.
He dips his shoulder into someone, and then he falls back 10 feet, and he gets the call 7, 8, sometimes 9 out of 10 times. And it's
foul hunter.
It's disgusting. It's it's cool. You average 30 points a game in the regular season. I bet you 18 to 20 of those were from the free throw line for dumb shit like that you get rewarded
12
for.
free throws a game.
It's it makes me sick watching him. And then Ant will literally, and you know what? SGA's built like a twig, and Ant's built like a tank.
A brick house, for sure.
So maybe when Ant gets fouled, it doesn't show up as easily, and Ant doesn't flop and flail like a little bitch. He's
one of the most hated teams in the NBA, though. Like, the refs do not like Minnesota.
No, they do not. I think that goes all the way back to when Tibbs was here.
For sure.
So
speaking of Tibbs and how the fuck he's running his players into the dirt.
Yeah, they're not going to have a team left.
Oh my God.
I thought the Knicks were going to win that series initially, but no, that's another series 2-2. Knicks were up 2-0. Go back to Indiana, and players just start dropping like flies.
What?
Brunson's one of the few that's not hurt, but he looks like he's running and smacked.
Tired, bro.
It looks like his shoes are filled with concrete. He was running so slow.
Picture you on a
No
2-week no time off behind the bar
marathon.
Oh my God, getting smacked every day. Bow,
yeah,
bow,
like
bow.
a busy Friday, Saturday night at Gray's
Every day,
every single day for 12 straight hours. I would probably feel like Jalen Brunson feels right now.
Oh my God, bro!
And you know he's still doing everything he can, but you can tell, dude, his shots look off because of he's got no legs.
Lucky
DiVincenzo's
a different type of player though.
Anunoby's out.
Gone.
Mitchell Robinson's out for the rest of the playoffs. God, I mean, they're already without Julius Randle, and the way the Pacers play, they play so fast.
The Knicks got to shoot 50% or higher in order to beat.
I think the Pacers are going to win again. Sorry for the timing of this. That game is going on as we speak.
Right now, yeah,
we have the TV off though because we don't want to spoil anything. I think the Pacers win that series in 6 now. I think they win in New York tonight.
Ooh, shit.
And I think
6?
they go back to Indiana and close it out. The only saving grace for the Knicks, I'll tell you this. My brother told me this today. So they were supposed to have game 6 on Thursday. But clearly the people that make the schedules for the Pacers and the Fever, the WNBA team in Indiana, didn't think the Pacers were still going to be playing because the Fever have their home opener on Thursday.
Let's see Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Let's see Caitlin Clark.
So they clearly thought the Pacers weren't going to make it this far. So they're not playing until Friday. So the Knicks actually benefit because they'll have an extra day of rest from Tibbs' meat grinder, play calling,
He's known
play
for
style.
this.
Yeah, I mean
He's
he did
known
it. He
for
did it
this.
here. He did it here. It's when the year we had Jimmy Butler. First game post All-Star break, Butler hurts his knee because he's played so many minutes already.
RIP D Rose's knee.
Yeah, and D Rose got hurt. I mean, this is going way back, but that was game 1, and they were up by 30. And he still had
30.
Still had the starters in. Just think,
Crazy, bro.
Just what would and D Rose, credit to him for
The
all
youngest
the
MVP
comeback.
in the league. One of my favorite players ever.
Just what would his career have been though if he wouldn't have ever gotten hurt like that? Whole NBA would have been different.
He would have had 2-3 rings.
Yes.
3 probably MVPs
He never
would have.
He never would have left Chicago. I mean that injury ruined that franchise for. I mean
that team was so fucking good, bro.
that was when prime Taj Gibson,
Prime Taj Gibbs.
Joakim Noah.
Oh my God, and Joke was a fucking beast, bro. Dude. Oh my God, I love that team. You had Carlos Boozer coming in, throwing shoulders,
wearing that shoe shine hair polish shit on his head.
Oh my
I
God,
love that.
man, that team was so good. They just ran into a stupid LeBron and.
Yeah, I mean, every year they got knocked out. It was when
D-Wade.
they were healthy, at least. Every year it was run into the Heat.
D Rose wasn't healthy.
Well, that year that he got hurt, they didn't even they were the 1 seed and they lost to the 8 seed Sixers when the Sixers' best player was Andre Iguodala. They lost in 6 games to them after D Rose blew his knee out.
Yep.
We're getting off track again.
Speaking of LeBron,
we just really no, we're not there yet. We ain't there yet. We got to talk about one other series still going on in the
series
East.
Is that? Are we talking about that series?
Is there? I mean,
Is there anything to talk about?
Yeah, there is something to talk about.
How LeBron showed up to the game last night?
Yeah, we'll get to that later. later. LeBron is last on my checklist of anything. Always. The guy's a clown. Anyway, don't get me upset right now. Celtics. Celtics, Cavs. So let's get the Celtics draw the Heat in the first round. No Jimmy Butler. No Terry Rozier.
Nope.
No Jacquez Jr. for the last game. Easiest.
3 of their top scorers gone.
Easiest first round matchup ever.
They lost, 1 game in that series?
Yeah, when Tyler Hero went off in game 2.
Went crazy.
Second round, they're playing the Cavs. No Jared Allen. Now,
Donovan
last
Mitchell
night,
was
no
gone.
Donovan Mitchell. They're literally, and then they're going to play the winner of Knicks Pacers, which, if it's the Knicks, will be a hospital squad. And if it's the Pacers, as much as I like Halliburton and I think Miles Turner's really good, they don't have enough to keep up with Boston.
Is Porzingis back?
No, but I mean, they're just going to give
If
him
he's not back with if he's not back with Miles Turner, that's going to be a good series. That'll be a series to watch.
I like the Pacers. I would cheer for the Pacers in that series. But
they have nobody to guard Miles Turner. Porzingis is not back.
Throw Al Horford at him.
He's too slow.
Okay, but still, a worst case,
Matchups is this motherfucker.
worst case scenario.
They go 6.
Yeah. So their first real
They still lose.
Their first real test is going to be the finals. I don't know if that's really the best thing to happen if you don't get tested in the finals, because then if you have a little adversity in the finals, there's no time to change anything. You're in the finals.
So
I'm not saying
and
like right now, whoever
they're
wins.
not going to meet Oklahoma nor
No.
Dallas in the finals.
So yeah, the winner of the Wolves Nuggets series is going to the finals. So right now, the winner of this series is going to be battle tested, is going to be tougher, is going to be more physical, and the Celtics just are like getting a free pass basically to the finals. And I think that's going to bite them in the ass in the end. I think they're going to win the East easily, but I think whoever wins the West will win the championship at this point.
That's a for sure thing.
So yeah,
I want to see my T-Wolves there, but man,
we got to
climb.
keep
We
the
got a
faith.
Tall mountain to climb.
Okay.
It's just the way the momentum
Best defense
shifted.
in the NBA all season, and NBA season's really long.
Yes.
They never lost 3 games in a row.
No,
So if that trend continues, we're fine.
we're fine, but
And Cat's not going to play like that.
no, I know he's
Bad.
not. He's definitely.
And
he,
Alexander Walker's going to play better, and Nas is going to play better, and Aaron Gordon's not going to go 11 for 12.
fuck no.
And
Sorry for the kids that's listening.
Jamal Murray's not going to hit 17 fadeaway jumpers, and Gobert.
Who else? Holiday is a good. He's been doing good for them.
Yeah,
Reggie Jackson's been hitting shots as well.
It's weird.
But
Usually,
Reggie Jackson been consistent and Holiday been consistent.
but it's weird. Usually, role players like that play better at home and struggle on the road. Those guys didn't do dick
On the
games
road.
1 and 2, and then on the road they hit everything.
Home, yeah.
So everything this series has been backwards. Been absolutely backwards.
Giving the
I think
aneurysm to
I
him.
think I read somewhere that this is only the 7th time in NBA history that the first 4 games of a series were won by the road team. By the road team.
What that happened last season with no, that was home. They weren't on the home. Yeah, they didn't lose that road.
It's been a weird series. These teams know each other so well. Both are going to have adjustments tonight. It's going to be, I think tonight.
It's gonna be a fight tonight.
I think tonight is
gonna be a 5-point game. I feel.
Yeah, could come down to like a possession or two in the fourth quarter. It's both teams know how important this game 5. Obviously,
86% of the win. 86%
of game 5 winners.
of game 5 winners
win the series.
win the series.
So yeah, go Wolves. Wolves in 6. Wolves in 6. Wolves in 6.
He said 6. I said 7. I don't know.
But we both
if,
say
if you
Wolves.
go back and look, I might have said like 5, but I was on the high with them.
Yeah,
I was on that
no.
good shit with them. You feel me?
Don't
I was on that good shit with them. So.
don't check what we said last week, because things are different now.
But
Well, you know what else I think hurt us is there's never been at least what I can remember, a longer layoff from game 2 to game 3. They had
4 games.
They had Monday to Friday. So you had, for the first time ever, the national media blowing smoke up the Wolves' ass nonstop. So they probably were feeling themselves a little too much.
For sure.
And they were all kicking dirt on the Nuggets' graves. And I'm sure that pissed off the Nuggets, and they're the champs for a reason.
Like, we ain't no bitches.
So it was kind of a perfect storm of Nuggets are like, screw this. And the Wolves were like, we got this. And now here we are, 2-2. Both teams now aren't thinking anything like that. Both teams are like, it's a best of 3. Every possession matters. Let's
possession
go.
matters. Let's go.
So I think you're right.
I also think what hurt us is our coach is not walking.
Yeah,
the
Malone.
sideline.
The games 3 and 4, Mike Malone definitely outcoached. I mean, Finch from what he can do, and Mike Inori, and I think those guys have done an amazing job with this situation. But Malone
Definitely.
kicked it up a few notches for games 3 and 4.
The changes that Mike Malone made through game 3, changes that he made for game 3 and 4.
I'll tell you what.
Mike Inori couldn't. He couldn't adjust.
I'll
during
tell you what
games
I noticed the
after that.
biggest one was. So games 1 and 2, the ones the Wolves won, Jamal Murray was bringing the ball up.
Yep.
And the Wolves with McDaniels and Alexander Walker were basically full court pressing him. So he is gassed.
Now you got Jokic bringing the ball up.
And Gordon bringing the ball up. And Murray gets to just trot over half court and keep his energy. And his legs.
I think we still should press, though. If Jokic is bringing the ball up, we should press him.
Yeah, he's weirdly good at getting away from people.
Put Ant on him. Press him with Ant.
You can't do that.
You can't press him with Ant. Then when they get in half court, that's when you switch back to your defense.
Maybe once in a while, but I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do it the whole game, but you got to throw that out there. You got to throw different looks out there to get Gordon, because Gordon we didn't make any adjustments.
No,
last game. That's why Gordon got set. He was set. I'm open the whole fucking time. All he had to do was, this is a warm up shot.
Yeah.
Boom.
Something they're doing in shoot around
is
basically what Aaron Gordon got to do.
You hear what Ant said?
I guarantee
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, he laughed at his stat sheet.
Like, what the fuck?
That's how out of body that Aaron Gordon game was. That Ant looked at the stat sheet and all he could do was laugh.
Aaron Gordon.
That's not
crazy, bro.
Something that ever happens. I was explaining to a couple friends that were at the game when they were coming out, and they're like, "God, we hate that number 50. He's so good. He's such a good shooter." I'm like, and like they're Wolves fans, but they don't watch. They haven't been watching the NBA as long, so like explaining, I'm like, no.
It's what he does. He was the number one pick for a reason.
But he's the guy that gets left open because he's the worst shooter. Like, yeah, okay, how many percentage of his points normally are off putback dunks or lobs from Jokic or Murray?
Yeah. For sure.
95%.
Bro had 27
but
points.
That's
his highest point total.
He's hitting corner threes like it's nothing.
He had 27 points. That's his highest point total from both series that he played in so far.
It might be his playoff career high. No, it seriously might. It seriously might.
Crazy, man.
So one other.
I don't think we get beat like that no more ever. Nope. I think we get beat like Jokic is going triple-double, 40-point triple-double. Jamal Murray has a double-double. 20 points. That's how we getting beat. If we lose, that's how we're getting beat from now on. They got to have high numbers.
I think
from
they
those
come
two.
out and play defense tonight, or to the
and
best of their ability.
The pick and roll is what kills us. With Jokic and fucking Murray.
Yeah, but you can't. As long as they don't double, they'll be fine.
Double who?
Jokic.
That's why we can double the role players.
You don't need to do that. We're good enough defensively where you don't need to do that.
But I'm saying if you double the role players and let Murray, if Murray and Jokic kills us, that's better than fucking Gordon and fucking Jokic and Murray killing us.
You just, like we said earlier, we know Jokic is going to get his. Stop everybody else. And they can do that. They've shown that twice. They've shown that in the regular season against them. I mean, okay, do you know what's the record between the Wolves and Nuggets the last 20 times they've played?
20 times they played. Let me guess. No.
10-10. 10-10. They're that close. They're that.
You heard what they said last year? The Wolves was their worst. The Wolves was their hardest series they played, and we only won one game.
Yeah. So the last 20 times we've played, it's 10-10. We're that like evenly, like one thing for each side can swing a game.
And that was the first two games. It was Naz Reid for us. And Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Yes. And then in game 3 for them, it was
Gordon,
and
Holiday,
game 4,
and Reggie Jackson.
I mean, I was shocked.
It's better. This is actually the fucking battle of the benches.
I was shocked, and I don't
the battle of the others.
I don't want anyone to ever get hurt. I want everyone to play it, but the way Reggie Jackson rolled his ankle in game 2, I thought he was done for the series, and he played. That's another thing. The long layoff helped. He probably got 48 extra hours to rest up his foot.
No. We lost game 3 because of the fucking NBA didn't want to kick Jamal Murray out for that one game.
How do you don't get suspended?
He threw 2 things at the referee.
And does the money sign and only gets a $100K fine. Rudy did the same thing, just doing the money sign and got $100K. And then he did it again on Sunday, and they fined him another $75,000.
Did they?
Yes, they fined him another $75,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You see what we're talking about with the.
Tell me who you want to win without actually telling me who you want to win.
For sure.
The joke.
Fucking
Absolute
Roderick
joke.
Goodell. Like.
Well, that'd be the NFL.
Oh shit.
Adam Silver, the spineless alien. Apparently, Adam Silver's
too much happy dads.
Apparently, Adam Silver's human suit, since he's an alien, the human suit that he is using as a disguise doesn't have a nutsack in it.
Yeah, he's a fucking puss. That shit's trash. Like, just call the shit fairly. Like, bro, let it be fair.
Let
Let it be fair. Everybody know we're the better fucking team. It's been said.
So
They might have the best player, but we're the better team. Just like, let it be fair, bro.
do they have the best player at this point?
Jokic.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Jokic is still the best.
Jokic
player.
is
But
something,
Ant
bro.
is closing fast.
Bro, how many games you been to against Denver? How many Denver
in
and
the
Minnesota
years
games
that
have
I've
you
had my tickets? Probably
been? That Jokic been playing.
a lot. Probably 20.
And I've been to like 6 with you.
Yeah. And every
And every time you say to me, bro, like,
how is he this
how
good?
is he this fucking good?
How is he this good? It does.
And it's just so slow. So
Like, if you-
it looked like
if-
sloppy.
If me and you, and if we didn't know who he was, and me and you were the captains we're playing a pickup game at Lifetime Fitness, and we didn't know who Jokic was.
Everybody's his height and his size too.
Yeah.
Oh
if
my
every,
God, he's my last pick.
yeah, he'd be the last pick, and then he'd come out and drop 70 on us.
Like, what the fuck? It's
No, yeah.
crazy, bro.
Could he jump onto a curb?
No,
I don't think
Wait,
so.
He dunked on Ant though. It wasn't a dunk on Ant. Ant moved out the
Ant-
way.
Ant made
he
a-
just dunked, and he just jumped too high. All he did was put his arm. He stretched his arm.
Yeah,
high.
now you have all these stupid memes of him like 8 feet in the air. I'm like, I hate this crap.
crazy,
I hate this crap.
crazy.
Yeah. So
Happy dads.
anyway, go Wolves game 5. I'm usually like nervous, scared. You're usually the more calm one. I'm weirdly optimistic about tonight. I just have like a weird feeling that I think they're going to be okay.
I think they're gonna be okay too. I think we get it done tonight.
So
I think we get it. I think
if
we're
they
going 7, bro.
if no,
Not
so
6.
if
We're
no,
going
if they
7.
win tonight, it's over in 6.
No.
They're not going to lose another game at home. I'm telling you that right now. I don't know if they'll win another game in Denver. I think they will, but I think if it goes 7, that means we lose tonight, win Thursday, go back to Denver for game 7 on
That
Sunday.
means we win tonight.
We're not losing again at home. Screw that. Target Center.
Better show the fuck up.
Oh, they will. They will. I don't know. Hey, I've been putting it out on Twitter. I don't know if you listen to this. You will soon, Triple H, because
For sure.
that's how big Marginal Contact's about to be. But we really need you to come do the DX thing at Game 6.
You and Ant do it together.
Yes. I mean, before every game,
Brandon would cry.
I would cry.
Brandon would cry.
Tears of joy. We need you for Game 6, Triple H. I'm going to tweet you this episode. Anyway, a lot is going to happen in the next week for
the NBA,
us
period.
for us as Wolves. And yeah, even though clearly we are Wolves fans, we still talk about the NBA overall. So a lot to talk about.
A lot.
One other topic of conversation when it comes to basketball.
Which one we going on right now?
There is not a bigger piece of trash than LeBron James. He is now holding teams hostage to draft his son, who, and I feel bad saying this about a kid.
See,
And I have nothing against Bronny, but he sucks. He
Bronny didn't play.
He averaged 4.8 points a game at USC,
Let me
the
tell you-
worst
let me
team
tell
in
you
the
what-
Pac-12.
let me tell you what happened.
Let me finish first. He wouldn't even be a Division I basketball player if his last name wasn't James. He would not be at the NBA Combine if he wasn't LeBron's kid.
Did you watch Bronny in high school?
Yeah, cool.
Did you watch him in high school? That's how you get your D1 contract.
No, not if your last name is James and your dad is LeBron.
First of all, Bronny was number 5 point guards in the country.
Cool. How'd that translate?
He didn't-
4.8 points
You
a
know
game.
what happened to him right before the season started, right?
Yeah,
He had a heart attack.
because he got the vaccine.
So
That's why.
the vaccine.
Yeah.
You fucking stupid.
That's true.
No.
Yeah, I'm 18 years old. I'm a D1 level athlete, and I have a heart attack. Okay, that's normal.
No, it is though. A lot of people had that, bro.
Yeah,
You hear that? You
people
hear that often. Football players and college basketball.
Yeah, I've
players.
heard it a lot the last 2 years that people were
No,
vaccinated.
for real.
For real.
Damn, I didn't look into that, but damn.
Oh, the vaccine's complete bullshit.
I'm glad I didn't take that shit.
Yep.
Everybody about to die
This
in
is
20
an
years. I'm still be alive.
this is an unvaxxed podcast.
Oh, my mama, it is. But no,
we
but
might have just lost some viewers.
they're gonna love us. No, but I think Bronny. I think his what he averaged in college and all that shit, his stats in college, is not going. That doesn't matter because he didn't play that much. And the reason he played that much is because I felt like they were saving him for the NBA.
You are an idiot, and I
I'm
say
not
that
an
with
idiot.
love.
I'm
I
not
say
an
that with
idiot.
love.
Actually, I think I'm a smart person. You know, I got a bachelor's degree.
I mean, an
I
idiot.
graduated college.
I mean, so did I. No, he.
You
They
just
weren't
hate.
saving
Your
him.
hate of LeBron trickles down to his son. It shouldn't, because I don't like LeBron either.
That's like, you know
but
what?
I don't like LeBron
No, here's
because of
here's a
reasons
good
that
here's a
you
good
don't like
example. My
Love it.
dad is a badass, amazing, top of his field dentist.
facts. I love
That's
your
like me
pops.
failing out of dental school, and he's like, he's still gonna be a dentist. That's
coulda
like me
did that
working
too.
on people's mouths, even though I flunked out
Hey, Brandon,
in the first
I was-
semester.
Imagine Brandon coming to fucking work on your teeth.
Yeah. That's what Bronny is to the NBA.
Nah.
He's a flunk out.
But he's not- did you-
Daddy, I want to play.
Did you see him in the combines?
Wow, he jumped a little high. Did you see him in the
It's not the
scrimmage?
jumping, his shooting.
Cool. You know how many points he had today in his first scrimmage?
No.
4. That's weird. That's what he averaged in college. He sucks.
How many assists did he have? He's
I
gonna
don't,
play
I
point
don't know.
guard.
I didn't
bro.
watch the whole scrimmage.
Watch the whole scrimmage.
Yeah. Okay.
Watch
So
what he
you know
do.
what?
Watch how he's
You know what would be
utilized.
the funniest thing ever to me is
Ronnie,
LeBron.
you my guy, bro.
LeBron.
I fucked with you when you was over there.
Now you're throwing me off my game.
IMG.
LeBron said he would play on any team that takes his kid.
For real?
If I'm the Detroit Pistons,
Oh my God.
I'm drafting Bronny. Okay, LeBron.
But they talking about
Prove
him
it.
going. They talking about Bronny go to Atlanta with Trey Young.
What? That Atlanta with the number 1 pick? No. If that happens, I'll never watch the NBA again. No. You know where Trey Young's going to be?
No,
now?
where he's gonna be.
San Antonio. They're going to pair him with Wemby.
Oh my God, that would be fucking crazy.
That's a real rumor. That's a real
Is
thing.
it for real?
Yes, because
Oh my
they said
God,
that
that would be
Atlanta is
crazy.
for sure, and I believe this because you've seen what they are together. It doesn't work.
How long Trey Young?
They're
been
going to
there? 5
trade either
years?
Trey
6 years?
Young or DeJounte Murray.
They just signed DeJounte Murray 2 years ago.
Yeah, and the Spurs want a guard to play with, and I think they're going to get Trey Young. I really do.
Oh my God. They don't have nobody else, but that would be a nice.
But they
duo to
have
watch.
the most salary cap in the NBA, and they got a ton of draft picks. And with how good
They must
Wembanyama
have
looks,
you know, they had them on salary cap in the NBA. You know what that might mean?
what?
Phoenix,
No,
KD.
I don't think that timeline. If he was 5 years younger, I'd say maybe, but I don't. I think KD. My guess, and this is just
Because
my
KD's not going to be there next year.
no, my speculation with Durant is he somehow is on the Heat.
Bill's not going to be there next year.
Who?
Bradley Bill's not going to be
Yeah,
there.
he
next
is. He's got a no trade clause, and who's
Year.
gonna,
for real?
yeah, and who's going to trade for that? He's making $51 million next year.
Yeah, that's insane.
So what team would be like, yeah, I want a guy that's hurt 70% of the season who's making 51 mil?
for somebody to hate Bradley Bill like you do?
I don't hate him. I just think he's.
You know all about him.
You know why he likes staying in Washington all those years? There's
The
no.
weed.
There's no pressure.
No, the weed.
They suck,
The weed.
and he got paid,
The weed.
and he didn't have anyone calling like, oh, they're
420 friendly over here. But no, but KD going to Miami would be if
I could see. Couldn't you see a package of like Tyler Hero and
that's all KD
draft
needs.
picks?
All KD needs is a good big man.
If you had, I think, in the East, which is way, way easier than the West, obviously, we're seeing that in the playoffs right now.
Facts.
If you had, even at, getting older, if you had Durant, Butler, Bam Adebayo, I mean, that'd be a
You
nasty.
still got Terry as our motherfucking point guard next year.
That's a pretty nasty squad.
Oh my god.
That's a pretty nasty squad.
Oh my god.
So-
Last time I cheered for Miami was 2006 when
Oh.
they had Shaq and D Wade.
Oh,
and
okay. I thought you were going to say that's all right. You're right.
No.
That Miami team was okay. I thought you were about to
They
say
won
the
a chip that year.
the LeBron Heat,
No,
which
I
was
never
disgusting,
cheered for them.
disgusting
No.
to watch.
I couldn't cheer for them.
Watching
You got
LeBron
KD
back
on
then
KG on the other
be
side.
too scared to post up JJ Barea is one of my favorite basketball moments ever.
JJ Barea, the MVP of that series.
Yeah, because he showed that LeBron has no balls. Still has no balls. I don't know. Bronny must be adopted because you ain't got no balls, LeBron.
Man,
Just saying.
man.
So, yeah, the Bronny James thing that he's even in the combine, in the draft conversation is pathetic.
But no, it's not, bro. 'Cause
You know what he's ranked in?
It's just the fact that it's excellence
You
on a
realize-
family, bro. That's excellence for a family. Because in 2 years, he's going to have another son in the NBA. Or is it 3 years? What year? I don't know what grade he in.
LeVar Ball's kids are better than LeBron's kids.
Fuck out of here. Bryce and Bronny will beat.
Lonzo was the number 2 pick.
Lonzo can't even get up off his fucking chair.
Okay, that's not his fault.
And he got LiAngelo or D'Angelo or Sayangelo or Iangelo, Iangelo, where the fuck his name is.
He can go back to China and steal some more sunglasses. But then LaMelo was the 3rd pick.
First of all, Bryce is bigger than both of them. He's already taller than both of them.
So?
Do you see Bronny's stature right now? He's big as fuck. Bronny's big.
He's our height.
But he's big.
Not saying 6'1" people.
He's strong.
I mean, he's probably, you know what?
6'1" is tall, bro. We're taller than the average man.
He's probably the same size height-wise as Mike Conley. But Mike Conley's 6'1". Mike Conley's a great player. You know why? Because he actually is good at basketball.
Mike Conley's been in the NBA for, 15 years?
I mean, I remember watching him in college. He was on the same team as Greg Oden. That's a long time ago. Remember they lost that Ohio State
They had a squad.
team. You remember? Okay.
Oh, my God.
I'll give you $20 if you can tell me who they lost to in the national championship game in the March Madness that year.
Because I was a fan.
$20 on the line live on Marginal Contact. I'll give you a hint. This is going to be too easy. Maybe I shouldn't do it. The team they lost to won back-to-back championships.
That's not a hint. Duke. Was it Duke? No, it wasn't Duke.
Florida. Gators.
Oh, they lost to Joakim Noah.
Yeah. Horford.
Horford and who's their point guard?
Was Beal on that team?
Who?
Was Bradley Beal on that team?
Nah, hell no. Was it? Who was their point guard? Was it Lawson? No.
I was going to say he's North Carolina. Lee Humphreys, the little white kid.
Yeah.
He was good, dude. He could shoot.
Oh, my God.
That college team was.
Him and Aaron Craft are like my favorite 2 fucking point
Didn't
guards.
it feel like Aaron Craft was at Ohio State for like 12 years?
Bro. And they were so good. They just couldn't get past the fucking. The farthest they made it was the Final Four with Aaron Craft.
You know, okay, speaking of white point guards that were good in college, those 2 guys didn't do anything in the NBA. But you know,
translating right now? TJ McConnell?
Yeah.
What?
Dude,
how could I read your mind?
He is there's just a little small sample size. He is killing it for the Pacers.
Bro,
killing it.
He's a good bench player for them.
He is
sure.
like their Nas Reed, man. He comes in and like energizes and
Controls
everyone
the
just
whole
goes.
team when he's on the floor.
Dude,
yeah.
he's crushing it
TJ
right now.
McConnell's a beast.
I think
he's
that's
nice.
you know, actually I'm proud of myself for thinking that on the fly. He's their Nas Reed. He's not as cool as Nas Reed, obviously.
Nas Reed, 2 words.
Nas Reed.
Don't say TJ McConnell. Fuck.
No, you can't even do that. That doesn't with TJ. You couldn't
Not
even.
a word.
No. Dude, you see, speaking of Nas Reed, they started selling those beach towels on the Wolves site. They sold out in 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I gave mine to my mom. I need to get it back.
No, mine. Don't give it back to him. Don't give it back to him because he took you to that comedy show 2 weeks ago. And
Whoa, no. We don't need to talk about that. Speaking of comedy, my stand-up career starts May 31st.
oh, my God.
That's right. That's right. Giving it a shot.
Bro, being a wrestler. Bro, being a stand-up guy.
Starting a podcast. Doing it all.
I don't think my
Well,
girl going
also
to hang out
doing-
with you no more. But she loves you.
She loves me. She loves me. So yeah, So we usually agree on a lot, maybe a little too much. Well, wait till football gets here. We'll just that won't keep up.
Speaking of football, Aaron Rodgers' first game of the season against.
And it's on Monday night again. I'm so scared already. On Monday night last year, 4 plays in, the Achilles goes, and now he's
You
on.
should have seen Greenio grit up yesterday.
It's like if that happens again, then the world's gonna end.
Bro, crazy.
The world's gonna end. Yeah, the full next week
Full
we can
schedule tomorrow,
talk.
right? Yeah.
We'll be able to talk some NFL because the NFL schedule release is Wednesday.
They already released two Chiefs games.
Yeah, the first game of the season is Ravens and Chiefs.
Oh my God,
that's a great opener. That's a great opener. And then
I'm a real football guy. Fuck basketball. Football is my shit.
You know what the first Friday, the day after, is? Packers, Eagles in Brazil.
Oh yeah.
Packers, Jordan Love, year 2, probably going to win MVP.
Eagles, fuck no.
Are you forgetting what he did the last 8 weeks?
Not winning.
Dude, the Packers are going to be so good. You are going to hate this podcast come football season.
I'm not. I'm actually not because the Vikings are going to be right up there in contention.
Yeah, with the J.J. McCarthy, the kid who in the national championship game in Michigan, Harbaugh only called 10 passing plays
Okay,
to
that's fine.
protect him.
And guess what happened? He went 10 for 10. No, he didn't. He went like 8 for 10.
He sucks. He sucks. I'm calling it right now. J.J. McCarthy, you're going to be a bust.
He's not starting, so
Now, if
I'm
the
cool with
If
that.
the Vikings were smart,
They'll
and
start
they
Sam Darnold.
very rarely are smart.
no, but we have a great GM and a good smart coach this year.
You know who walked right past me in Game 3? And I
Who?
tried to get a picture with him, but he was clearly like in a rush to go to his seat.
Who?
Aaron Jones. My boy.
I tried to get a picture with him.
Yeah, I tried. It didn't work. I tried. But you want to talk about people I thought were bigger. He's little.
Yeah, you ain't know that?
I mean, running backs I know are smaller, but I was expecting. I don't know.
There's only 2 big running backs in the league. Name the 2.
A.J. Dillon,
And
Derrick Henry.
oh my God.
But I
Hey,
wasn't.
CJ's kind of.
I wasn't expecting like those guys' size, but like height wise, he was short. And
What is he like 5'9", like 5'10"?
Yeah.
He's not. The running backs aren't usually
I
tall.
I did like a double take because I'm like,
AP's only like 5'11". He's not tall.
I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't know why. Just seeing him on TV and I was expecting like our height.
Nah, I wasn't. They're all
But yeah,
small.
he was at Game 3 and Game 4, so he's embracing the Minnesota stuff. Clearly, he's
Minnesota's a cool place, bro.
well, you know, after being a Packer his whole career, coming to the Vikings, you know, I'm sure he's still a little sad. He goes from title town to no title town.
You know what happened to the know what happened when the last Packer came over here?
They choked in the NFC Championship.
Was it a choke or was it a cheat?
No, that was a cheat. I'll give you that.
Was it?
I'll give you that. I remember going back to 2009. I hated that Vikings team all year because how good Brett Favre was doing here.
Oh my God.
And by halftime, I was cheering for the Vikings to that NFC Championship because of how garbage and dirty the Saints were.
Oh my God, bro.
Our other, he says he's coming back. Our other boy, Leon, huge Saints fan, which is so funny.
They're gonna be so trash this year.
They've been-
So trash.
The only Super Bowl they won was just God saying, "My bad about Katrina." Like, here's a charity Super Bowl.
Knee slapper.
Charity Super Bowl. He's like, "Ooh, I drowned your whole city.
Oh man.
I'll give you a Lombardi."
They cheated though the year before, though 2 years before that.
Well, that was, you know, my favorite thing ever is when they got screwed. Remember when they played the Rams and that dude had the worst, like, easiest pass interference call ever,
That's not the only time they got screwed.
and they didn't call it, and all of New Orleans was boycott the Super Bowl. So I'm like, no, that's called karma.
Karma. Like a
Karma.
motherfucker.
10 years earlier,
Karma like a
the only reason you won was because you cheated.
And then what happened after that?
Boom.
Minneapolis Miracle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So,
Leon went to jail that night.
did he?
Yeah.
I was in Florida that night, and I was running up and down the hotel.
Yeah, I remember.
Screaming like a motherfucker. They're like, "Ah!"
I remember. So I was getting ready. I had worked a brunch. That game was at 3:30, and there was a Wolves game at 6. So I'm literally like, I just have the TV on while I'm getting stuff ready, getting ready to go to the Wolves. I'm sitting on my couch, like tying my shoes. I'm like, this game's over, whatever. But I still have it on, and I don't even see it the first time. I just hear.
The whole stadium
I
go
hear.
crazy.
I hear Joe Buck.
Oh,
And he's like, Diggs. Oh. And I look up, and I see the replay. I'm like, there's got to be a flag, right? Or
No.
like, there's got to be like a
Nothing.
penalty, like a false
Nothing.
start.
bro. That's why I waited on my. I was in a
Or,
hotel.
or I
bro.
was like, wait, he had to have stepped out of bounds. Like, there's no way.
something.
And I'm like, I could not believe. And then I walk out to go to the Target Center, and there's people running, dancing in the streets.
And that's in the middle of January.
Yeah, it was
It's the middle of
cold as shit.
middle of January. Crazy, bro.
And then they followed up that momentum by getting beat by 31 in Philadelphia the next week and not going to the Super Bowl again in classic Vikings fashion.
It was still on a high, the same high the Timberwolves has been on the past 2 days.
Well, the only difference is the Wolves are going to change that. Vikings are not.
We're gonna get us a chip here. Fuck what Brandon says.
The Wolves will be the first.
Fuck the Packers.
Minnesota-
Fuck the Jets.
Whoa, dude. Whoa. The Wolves will be the first Minnesota team since the 91 Twins to win a championship. Again, I'm not saying it's this year, but as long as Anthony Edwards is on this team, they will win a title.
We're
I
gonna
would
win.
bet my life on it.
We should.
Yes,
We should.
we will.
I hope.
We will.
I hope.
Dude, you know what I just realized is going to be awesome about this episode? We got my Packer banner in the background this whole time. Yes. That is awesome.
That's, whatever. I'm a real Vikings fan over here.
Who cares? You know what we're going to do? So it's summertime here finally in Minneapolis. So we're going to start doing episodes outside at breweries, at restaurants, on
Let's
patios,
do it.
on location.
Let's do it.
We're going to get this thing growing and going. It's going to be fun.
Gonna be lit.
And then this is down the road, but you know what I think we should do? Since we're talking football, I think when football week 1 gets here, we take Marginal Contact on the road and we go down to Diamond Joe's, stay for the weekend, bet on a few games, and do it from the casino.
Was that Iowa?
Yeah.
Iowa don't like me.
It's the
Every
first.
time I go to Iowa, I get a ticket.
It's the first exit once you cross over the border. It's
Every
not
time
like in Iowa. We're not going to Des Moines. We're not going
Every
to.
time I go to Iowa, bro,
Iowa
something
City.
happened to me.
Well,
All the time. I went to Sioux City.
We could. Well, that's. Wait.
Let's not talk about.
All right, we won't.
Let's not talk about.
We could do an episode in Houston at your bachelor
Let's
party.
go. That's what. That's gonna be second week of football season.
We could take Marginal Contact to Houston come September.
Let's do it. Let's do
All
it.
right, let's go.
Let's go. We're gonna do it. We're gonna post a little
We'll be having
weekend shindig.
We'll be having sponsors by then.
You might see us a little inebriated, but we're gonna be fun.
Just a tad.
Just a tad. But
Just a tad.
it's bachelor weekend down there, bro. Your boy might
I
try.
mean, the
to
only
get
other
married.
thing I think we kind of have to cover tonight. Twins got the Yankees in town.
my God.
Twins have been amazing the last few weeks. They've won 17 of their last 20, if I'm not mistaken.
Crazy,
They started off
horrible. 3 or 14.
I think they were not that bad. I think they were 6-12 or 6-13 when they went on that 12-game winning streak. And even since the winning streak, they've been playing good baseball. The rotation, which I was a little worried after the loss, Sonny Gray, has been Chris Paddock. His last 4 starts has been
Great.
nasty.
Yeah, been good.
Bailey Ober's been great. Pablo Lopez is always great. Woods Richardson, who they called up from AAA when they sent down Louis Varland.
We just started slow. That's all. We started slow.
The bats have woken up.
Yeah.
We're getting a little healthier. We got
It was cold.
It's always cold.
It was cold.
I wish they played their first 30 games every year on the road, and they could come back in May
Yeah.
when it's like this outside.
It was cold.
The
That's
last
all.
like 5 days here have been like mid to high 70s, sunny, and
Beautiful.
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
If you haven't been to Minneapolis or Minnesota in the summer, go.
come fuck with us in North Loop.
the North Loop for city stuff,
sure.
Twins games, or just if you're on a boat, if you're on a lake, if you want to play golf, some of the best courses up here. I can't wait to start playing once or twice a week coming up here.
We're legal now. Come August, we get the dispensaries.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that affects you, not me. I don't really give a shit about
You
that.
see how he said really? No, we don't need that, Brandon. He's
Nope.
gonna be sleep.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah, I do that. I'm out in 6 minutes. Tops. What? Yeah. You could take bets on that.
Facts.
Anyway, I think that about wraps it up. Another week, episode 11, Marginal Contact. Your boys, Mike Traxler, Big Brandon Kuhn.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. We will talk to you next week. Go Wolves.
Gang.
Like I said, Game 5, you're going to be hearing this post-Game 5, so hopefully it's all positive vibes.
Get the dub. Let's
Yeah.
get the dub tonight.
We are not losing hope. We still got the Wolves, and we will talk to you next week. Now that our YouTube channel is up, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Subscribe.
Keep watching the reels we're sending out.
We're gonna start
we're gonna
posting more
keep
for sure.
doing more and more and
Instagram.
more and more. This is only gonna grow. I know I've said that before, but we're seeing real movement, and I really appreciate all the support. We appreciate all the support.
Facts, big facts.
It's been great. It's
Instagram, Twitter,
Yep.
support, Facebook,
Marginal
support,
Contact
all that.
Podcast on Instagram. Like and subscribe, please, and we will talk to you soon.
Follow us on Snap, all that. MyTracks12.
BB Coon 32.
Let's go.
Marginal Contact, episode 11.
And I'm gonna take the
Out.
Because the refs did not give us no calls tonight. We had to play through every bump, every grab. I don't know how we won tonight.
There's contact. Was it marginal or was it illegal?